Hey guys, and welcome back to another FIFA 17 experiment video, and today we're doing a little bit different. We're moving away from the what if this team kept players experiment for this one time, and we're going to try something else. What if we put the best players in world football together that have not won a Champions League, and then of course we go and try and win that Champions League. This squad is amazing. We've had a curse in our previous experiment videos where we couldn't do well in the Champions League. I feel that's about to change. And even though these players have not won it, and their reputation of losing in the Champions League in the final or semi-final is a bit strong, I feel like we can break that curse once and for all. If you want to see more experiment videos, then leave a like down below and comment what type of experiment videos you want me to see do next, or just leave me suggestions for teams that I can do another what if they kept their players experiment. There's a lot of things I could do. I'm just going to read your comments and get inspiration from there. And I've decided to put the players on Paris Saint-Germain for the simple reason that it's a big team and they have not won the Champions League in real life as well, and it seems fitting that they are the team we take on our quest with. But let's take a look at this team of players who have not won the Champions League. It's a lot better than you think. I mean, just look at that team right there. The lowest rated player in the starting 11 is Marco Verratti at 86. I even could technically put De Bruyne in there as a centre mid. I don't know if I should do that. Maybe I should. Why not? De Bruyne is going in there. Our lowest rated player now is Arturo Vidal. That is brilliant. But as you can see, none of these players have won a Champions League. Some of them because they're relatively young still. De Bruyne, Griezmann, De Gea, they'll all get chances still to win the Champions League. And in 5 years' time, they may have done that. But the likes of Ibrahimovic still having won one. It's probably going to be too late for him. He's 34, 35 right now. Lewandowski still has a couple of chances with Bayern Munich. But unfortunately, someone like Buffon, for example, he lost his last chance, I feel like, in this year's Champions League campaign, losing to Real Madrid. But there's players out there that can still get plenty of chances. Look at Dybala. Aguero, I think it may be a little bit too late for him, as well as Vincent Kompany, but it's a mix of players who are young and old that have failed to pick up that illustrious trophy. By the way, Hummels and Lewandowski are so unlucky. They played a Champions League final with Borussia Dortmund, lost to Bayern, then went to Bayern, and since then have not won the Champions League. So that's why they're in there. If you're a little bit confused and you thought Lewa and Hummels have won it, they have not. Same for Arturo Vidal. But this team is absolutely stacked, and I don't see why we cannot win the Champions League, especially with the cover we have on the bench and in the reserves. I'm going to go by rating. That's why Buffon is in the reserves, by the way. It's all about the ratings in these experiments. And usually what you see me do is sim through the calendar and try and progress half a season in one take, but that's not what we're going to do. We're going to skip the league games and we're going to simulate visually the Champions League games. We've got Roma, Red Bull Salzburg and Porto in our group. I have a feeling we're going to smash the group at least. Let's get in there and start off well against Roma. And also leave me your predictions down below. It's going to be a little bit different. I feel like with this prediction, I have to make it past the group stages, that's for sure. You're going to have the round of 16 quarterfinals, semis, and the final probably, and winners as your options. I'd say we're going to win the whole thing. We really should with this team. Let me know what you think by voting in the top right hand corner of your screen. Hey, and if I missed any of your favourite players, I do apologise. I'm just going for the highest rated players. I know there's a lot of players out there that haven't won the Champions League and are really good, but these are the absolute best of FIFA career mode. De Bruyne has already gone up to an 89. That's fantastic news. Other than that, I don't feel the need to make any changes. I will make changes throughout this simulation, throughout this experiment, but right now nobody really has jumped up and deserves a spot. Maybe Dybala on the bench because he's in good form. That seems like a reasonable thing to do, but this is the team we're going to stick with for the first game. And we're once again underway for the road to Cardiff. Because this is 2017, Cardiff is where the Champions League final will be played. Can it see Paris Saint-Germain change history and make it far? The first game, you obviously want to get a win. Kevin De Bruyne warrants that spot in the team by scoring a goal. Mohamed Salah getting sent off. Brilliant. De Bruyne again. El Shaarawy bringing one back straight away. But I feel like we have this one in the bag because it's at home. Against 10... How? No. Lewandowski, thank you. Against 10 men. See the game out, boys. It shouldn't be that hard. There we go. We struggled a lot more than I thought. Maybe they are nervous to play in the Champions League, and maybe that's why they haven't won it before. But in the end, we picked up all 3 points against 10 men Roma. Let's move on to the next one. Interestingly, Porto and Salzburg drew in their first game, so we're already top on our own and it's completely in our hands. In terms of player ratings, I don't see any changes whatsoever. Ibra still hasn't dropped off, which is good news, and no one else has really grown. Dybala is in super form though, so maybe, considering Ibra didn't score, I may just try him out. Paulo Dybala making his Champions League debut for Paris Saint-Germain against Red Bull Salzburg. Come on then, boys. A 1-1 result against Porto was actually decent for Salzburg, and they're at home right now, so this isn't going to be a walk in the park, but look at that managerial genius! Paulo Dybala, after 2 minutes, gives Paris Saint-Germain the lead. Oh, and I'm loving life as a manager of this team. Who wouldn't? You should realistically win everything. I'm going to take a look at the league standings as well throughout this experiment, because we should smash Ligue 1. I'm sorry, but this team just has too much, and Paulo Dybala, I mean, form may have more of an impact than I initially thought. A 2-0 win, brace from the Argentinian. There is a shift in power happening. Dybala, still in excellent form, has gone up to an 87 rating, and Ibrahimovic has finally dropped off to an 89, so they're getting a lot closer to each other. Ibra hasn't performed. Dybala was man of the match against Salzburg, and now we have Porto. Can we make it 3 wins in a row? Griezmann opens the score for his first of the Champions League campaign. Hold on to this one if we can. Yellow card for Vidal, be careful. We've got enough cover on the bench. Paulo Dybala! I think he's our current top scorer. He just overtook Kevin De Bruyne, who was on 2. Dybala's now on 3. Ibra coming on. De Bruyne brings back his tally to 3. Well done by Kevin. And it's an absolute smashing here at Paris Saint-Germain against Porto. 3-0. We're cruising through to the next stage. Everyone is in good form right now. De Gea has got up to a 91 rating. Fair play to him. Hazard up to a 90 rating. If this is not a 3-4-0 game here against Salzburg at home, I don't know what the hell is going on, but I'm expecting Dybala to bag another brace, and maybe De Bruyne or Lewandowski to chip in with a few goals. We're going to skip it. I mean, Dybala scored 2-0 standard. And that's what I said, you know, Dybala is still young, he will get his chance, and it seems like he does like playing in the Champions League. He's performing a lot more than Ibra and Lewandowski, who are a bit older and haven't performed. But Dybala may be a future Champions League winner in real life, hopefully. I mean, he should, realistically. And that's maybe an interesting question for you guys. Whilst you left your suggestions for other experiment videos and voted for your prediction on this video, let me know, out of this team, what players you think will win the Champions League in their campaign. I'm interested to see what you guys think. Will Aguero still get a chance? Will everyone think Dybala will still win it? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on what players will still win this illustrious trophy in real life. I've got to be honest with you, I think Griezmann, Dybala and Hazard may get a chance, and of course the Bayern players in Hummels, Lewandowski and Vidal. They could still get it. Bayern, of course, one of the best teams in the world. So they're my picks. And maybe De Gea, David De Gea could still win it, of course, if he joins Barca Real Madrid. Kevin De Bruyne bringing back the 1-0 deficit to 1-1. Royce giving us the lead. We're not going to lose this one, boys. Come on. 9-goal on. Did well to get that goal early on, but it seems like we've turned it around, and even going 1 goal down, this team has what it takes to turn it around and bring home the 3 points. 5 games played, 5 wins, 8 points clear of second in Porto, so this game doesn't matter and I will skip. Although I hope we remain unbeaten and flawless, it could end here today, our streak, because we're away from home. We're going to skip, and no, it still keeps going, and Dybala keeps banging in the goals. And now it's time to jump a couple months ahead of time to the knockout stages, and let's take a look at what player ratings we'll be dealing with then. And we're now into February, a day away from that Sevilla game, the first leg of the knockout stages we're about to play. I'm not going to read my messages, it's not important. Let's take a look at the player ratings. Dybala is now an 88, I see that immediately. Probably our best player so far. We're going to have a vote as to who's our best player, unless Dybala just scores all the goals and then there's no point in doing a vote. But we have Courtois 90 now as well. Verratti at 87, not bad. Ibrahimovic is down to an 88. That's not nice. That's not nice to see at all. Other than that, it's not really that dissimilar to what we had a couple of months ago. So we're going to keep the team the same again and hope we can get the job done. Realistically, I'm expecting us to beat Sevilla away from home and then finish the job at the Parc des Princes. But it might not happen like that. Away from home is always tricky in career mode. Nothing really happening so far other than a yellow card. Antoine Griezmann scores to give us a vital away goal it could prove to be, as it remains currently still 1-0. Bonucci coming on for Hummels. The depth on the bench is just, like, ridiculous. Samir Nasri brings it back. I knew it. I knew this game had something about it that could make it hard for us. But 1-1 away from home. We have the advantage, and we're at the Parc des Princes next. If it stays 0-0, we go through. If we avoid defeat, then we go through. Actually, we need to win. If it's 2-2 in this game, then Sevilla will go through. But I don't think they're going to do that. Dybala, oh my days. A one-man team, Paulo Dybala is. Player of this experiment. Oh my god, I know it's 2 penalties, but still. Dybala is player of the... Give him the golden ball already, man. He's single-handedly guided us through safely to the next round. Sevilla did not have enough. 3-0 now, Griezmann. 4-0, Griezmann. Oh my days. We are on fire. Can't wait for the next round. And it's Arsenal next. Let's go get him. Paris Saint-Germain against Arsenal. We're at home this time. We need to make sure we have that big advantage. And I know we've taken Mesut Ozil away from them, but still, they have a team that could do a lot of damage. I want a goal. Oh, of course, Dybala. Of course. Who else but Paulo Dybala? Mustafi gets injured. They're bringing on Koulibaly, though. So again, their team is strong. I need more than 1-0. We can't go to the Emirates with just a 1-0. Dybala, come through, my love. Please. A second. Can we get a second? Yes, Mesut Ozil gets in. Huge. Absolutely huge. You don't want to sim away from home with only a 1-goal advantage. We can survive the quarterfinals. I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared. Arsenal away from home. They have the potential to score goals. Just hold out as long as you can. Or maybe get an away goal instead. Because that would mean they have to score 4 goals in order to qualify for the semi-finals. As long as it stays 0-0, I'm happy. I'm happy the way it's going. Come on. We've only not won one so far, and that was against Sevilla away from home as well. Danny Welbeck scores. Nervy last 10 minutes. Oh my god, please. Hold on. Yes, boys. We're through to the semi-finals, and Mesut Ozil was the one who put the final nail in the coffin, ironically, for Arsenal. Oh, we've got Porto again. We faced them in the group stages. We know what they're about, and we should be able to cruise through. Facing off against Porto away from home, we beat them twice in the group stages. I'm not sure if it's going to happen again. This is a completely different setting. And we might struggle. We genuinely might struggle here. I hope Porto do not get revenge. But Dybala. That's all you need to know. Paulo Dybala is playing and leading the line for Paris Saint-Germain. That's all we need to know. As long as Dybala is playing, you're guaranteed to win a Champions League. Come on. 30 minutes. Hold on to this and we could finish the job at home. Thank you, Dybala, again, for saving us. I wonder where we'd be if we didn't have him. Marco Reus is in fantastic form, but I think I'm going to still stick with Eden Hazard. It's working, why change? We're at home, we should be able to qualify for that final. There shouldn't be any reason why we should struggle here at the Parc des Princes against Porto, who we've beaten 3 times already. A 0-0, I'm happy. Oh, Dybala, stop. It's too much. It's too much. Save it for the final and do not get injured. Please don't get injured before the final. That's my main... I don't care about the scoreline. I just don't want to see Dybala get injured in these last 20 minutes. Please. That's all I'm asking for. And that's all we need to win this game. Who cares if Ozil is scoring goals? Dybala's not injured and he's playing that final. Oh, it's against Barcelona. It's a tough one. But I think we should be able to do it. Before we play the Champions League final against Barcelona, let's take a look at some of our cup results in France. We won the Coupe Nationale convincingly 4-0 against Stade Rennais, and there was another cup. Oh, we lost in the Coupe de la Ligue final. Ah, that's disappointing. Lyon beat us to that one. In terms of the league, I'm pretty sure we smashed it. Where are we? Where are we looking at here? Office. Where are we? Gain. Blah blah blah. I want to see the domestic. Yeah, win the league title. We've done that, and we've won the Coupe Nationale. We've only lost in the Coupe de la Ligue, which is fair enough. The Champions League left as well. Let's get the treble. Paris Saint-Germain are on for the treble. Oh, there's someone injured or suspended. I don't know who it is, and I hope it's not a big problem. It's Marco Reus. That's a shame. He was an option off the bench. We're going to bring in David Silva. Ibrahimovic down to an 87 now. Verratti is an 88. Oh, maybe Verratti should start ahead of Vidal, but Vidal is in good form, and I feel like form is more important. Courtois is the same rating as De Gea now as well, but De Gea again is in better form. I'm going to stick like that. I'm going to keep it like that. Verratti can come on off the bench. Right, the final. I am still going to have some sort of player vote. We're going to take a look at the player stats after this one in depth. to see where we are in terms of individual performances. No way. Yes! Oh my god. Thiago Silva equalizes. I thought we were... Oh no. This is the biggest game. This is the toughest game, without a shadow of a doubt. We haven't faced Real Madrid. We haven't faced Bayern Munich. And this is the first time we're playing an elite team. Mesut Ozil makes it 2-1. Oh, this is it. No, Thiago Silva, what have you done? You're a hero, but you're not. But we've won! And that means everyone in this team has now collected a Champions League medal. Gianluigi Buffon didn't play, but he's part of this team. Courtois, Aubameyang, Aguero, Griezmann, everyone in this squad can now be considered a Champions League winner. Barcelona were bested by Paris Saint-Germain in the final, and that completes a super successful experiment. We've won everything bar one cup. I couldn't have asked for anything more. In League 1, our top scorer was Paulo Dybala, believe it or not, with 26 goals. We have Marco Reus in there as a sub on 14, Griezmann with 12. That's not bad at all, is it? Lewandowski on 9. In terms of assists in League 1, we've got Marco Reus again, Lewandowski, De Bruyne. De Bruyne is maybe a bit of a hidden gem and a bit of an unsung hero, as he scored and assisted a lot from that CDM position. Let's take a look at the Champions League stats. Most clean sheets going to David De Gea with 8, beating Ter Stegen to that one. Yellows and reds, not really interested. Top scorers, Paulo Dybala with 10. What a season he's had. Mesut Ozil, you know what? Mesut Ozil has done bits. He made sure we survived the game against Arsenal because his goal made sure we didn't go to extra time, as well as scoring in the final. Mesut Ozil scored the most important goals. Dybala just scored the most goals, I guess. So it could be interesting in terms of voting. Assists, Mesut Ozil is up there again. Lewandowski on 3. That's not too bad. You know what? I'm going to nominate 3 players for player of the season, or player of the Champions League, whatever you want to call it. The best player of this experiment, it's going to be either Dybala, who's going to be in there of course, Mesut Ozil, who scored some vital goals, and Kevin De Bruyne, who scored about 10 goals and got 10 assists in total from a CDM position. Okay, not 10 goals, sorry, 4 goals and 9 assists for Kevin De Bruyne in 40 appearances. Ozil with 9 goals and 11 assists in 39 appearances. Griezmann 21 goals, not too bad, but no one's going to touch Dybala in terms of goal scoring. 41 goals and 6 assists for Paulo Dybala. I feel like he's going to win the vote, but it's up to you as always. And I'm curious to see who will win between Ozil and De Bruyne. Who's the better midfielder, I guess. I'm pretty sure Dybala's going to win the vote, but I want to see who comes second. Anyway, that's going to be it for this fantastic experiment. We've finally broken the curse of the Champions League. We can go back to our other experiment videos and hopefully win it with other teams now as well. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down below. Let's try and smash over 200 likes within 24 hours. I know you guys are capable of doing that. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.